Hello everyone. Welcome. My name is James Welsh and I'm the author of this book here, Corroborating Evidence, the UFO Investigation of the Millennium. Published on July 8th, 2014. Here it's here. A whole lot of research went into this little book. Now, when I was in the middle of researching corroborating evidence, I picked up on the significance of two reports that were made on opposite sides of the Atlantic, 55 minutes apart, and the similarity in both witness descriptions is striking. It's not striking, it's identical. And during the construction of corroborating evidence, as I was constructing it and piecing it all together, I covered sightings of these black triangles which were being seen sporadically all over the world, and I tracked and got reports of in 5 different countries, being Scotland, England, France, Canada, and the United States of America. So I had 5 different countries where I had been tracking these. I had reports of these black triangles, and as I say, I was tracking them. I had created a linear timeline of reported sightings for that month, and was able to go through everything, obviously, in a linear format as these events all unfolded and transpired. Now, during the course of this investigation, as I was trying to plot the movements of these craft, it soon became apparent as I was filling in this timeline that time and time again I would come to different timelines across America, different time zones, but when I would work out the GMT timeline equivalent, I'd find myself time and time again coming to the same time, for example 4 a.m, and I would come across maybe 4 or 5 simultaneous UFO events all reported at the same time. So that was a big eye opener for me. But what, as I say, was a big eye opener for me was the fact that I had noticed the significance and the blatant similarity in these two reports, and made a note of it as far back as 2014 in corroborating evidence. Now, I want to show you what happened last year. So, we're now on the Ministry of Defence UFO reports for December 1999. And we see here, if we come down, we have the 15th of December, Glasgow, 3:30 a.m. Strathclyde, multiple bright lights, occasionally red and green, some are hovering, moving and flashing. Streaks of light, erratic, occasionally in formation and then splitting. And that was my report, which was my official record that there was stuff taking place during that month. So if we go now up to Norfolk, and we go to Thetford, Norfolk, and December. Oh, bless me. Bless me. That was unexpected. Thetford, Norfolk, 3:30 a.m. There we go. And it's highlighted. One triangular object with two lights displayed in a similar manner to car headlights. What did it say there? Object rotated about a vertical axis and descended. So that was at 3 AM in Norfolk, in England, in the UK. And this was the other report that I picked up on. Now, 55 minutes later, we have this report here on the National UFO Reporting Database. And I'm going to see how I am for time. So I'll run through this with you. And this was a 5-minute sighting in Columbia, Montana. And triangular craft. And the characteristics, there were lights on the object, and the object emitted other objects. The object emitted beams. So that is what's seen. Beams are seen on the STS-103 mission images. So visiting with friends, when I looked out the patio door and saw an unusually bright light coming from the west. Visiting with guests, I looked out the patio door when I noticed an unusually bright light in the western sky. Everyone, 2 others, got up to look. We all ran to the backyard. It passed very close to us, maybe 80 to 100 feet high and 300 feet away. It was quite large, 55 feet to 100 foot long. It moved very slowly, maybe 15 miles an hour, allowing us a good view of the underside of the craft. There was no discernible sound. We all described the same shaped object with only a few differences. I saw a triangle with 2 headlights positioned about 1/3 of the way back on each side, red tip of the triangle and a red light in the centre. The other 2 witnesses saw a triangle with a yellowish light in the centre and flashing red lights around the perimeter of the craft. I lost sight of it as it moved east because I went into the house to get the 4th witness. When I returned, the 4th witness, the craft was already in a turn and heading southeast. He and I described the object identically. However, as it was turning, I saw a bright white light drop from its right underside. I did not see where the second object light went. The 4th witness ran into the house and dialed 911. That call was received at 10:01 specific Central Standard Time. We referred to NUFORC and uploaded by investigator. It has been suggested the witnesses seen a DC-9. That wasn't the case. I know what it was, and I've figured it all out, and it took me 10 years to do so, or 20 years to do so. I should say 20 years it's taken me all in. And pardon me, I will try and pull that up for you just now before we depart this little video. So I don't know why my computer's doing what it's doing. I just wanted to open a file. I'm getting nonsense here. So STS-103 research. And I will show you the headlights that were identified on the STS-103 craft. So here we are in Project Wheelbarrow, my 2018 revisit to these mission images. And here we have the headlights which I identified on the front profile of this craft in NASA's official Hubble redeployment images. And there we go. So that's them there, 2 headlights circled, and you'll see the 2 dark circles within them. And that's your headlights. So there is the significance of the 2 reports shown, highlighted, and the relevance of those 2 reports now come into play. And I have further references to headlights. So that was that. I just wanted to point that out. My name is James Welsh. Thanks for joining me.